All right. Hello, everyone. Happy November 9th, 2016. And this is our Team Boosh, aka Team Diamonds and Dumbbells, Team Lipstick and Lunges team call. And I want to thank you all for being here. I know today is kind of a crazy day. I don't know about you, but I've been avoiding social media feeds like the plague today, guys. And I think it's our civil duty as Beachbody coaches to spread some light and love and happiness, maybe some puppy pictures along the way, because Facebook needs us, Instagram needs us. Post a picture of your adorable child. We need the smiling. And that's just a reminder that I remember at Summit, for those of you, most of you were at Summit, but at Summit, one of the coaches, Christina Delgado, had mentioned before, the election had been completed, obviously. This was back in July. She had said something like, be your own hero. You have to be your own hero day in and day out. And you all, I've seen a bunch of your posts today, have spread a lot of positivity onto social media in the midst of this kind of scary or, uncertain time in the United States. And really, it comes down to taking care of what we can do. And it's not just during these 4 years where we might not know how things are going to happen, but every single day, you got to take advantage of what you have control over. You got to go in and take control of your life, which means it could be becoming your own full-time boss with Beachbody. It could be being in control of what you eat and when you work out and how your body is your health and your body is. Just take control of your life every single day because it's out there waiting for you to do so. And one person isn't going to change everything. You are still in control of so much. And it goes back to, it's a complete transition into what coaching is. We tend to focus on the one bad thing that might not be going well in our coaching business, and that's all we focus on when we really have control and a lot of other great things happening. Same thing goes for a lot of people in Facebook right now. They're really upset about how this election turned out, but you know what? They're focusing on that one thing, and the fact is they are in control of a lot of other factors, but they're just focusing on the negative. So maybe instead of a before and after post or whatever about your challenge group, just try to be a positive light in this really kind of dark time where people just seem to be using Facebook for a lot of negative things. But moving forward, we are taking control of our lives, aren't we? So Lauren and I just got back from an amazing leadership in Disney World this past weekend. We were very blessed, as usual. The Nelsons, who are our upline, Jimmy Hayes Nelson is our superstar diamond upline. He spoiled us. This was my 4th year and Lauren's third year for this leadership retreat. And it's just so amazing. I mean, I know you guys at Summit get to experience maybe interacting with top coaches and people that have been around this business for a while, but to be going on rides with Melissa McAllister, who has been in the top 10 of Beachbody coaching for the 5th year this year. I mean, we got to pick her brain. We got to talk to her about our own business, our own teams. And then we also had YouTube video guru James Wedmore, who not only is really great at YouTube and videos, he also has an amazing podcast called Mind Your Business, and it's all about mentality. He's a total introvert, so I felt really connected to him in some way because I feel like we were on the same wavelength, and not to mention he's more obsessed with The Office than I am, if you could imagine that. So we were so blessed to be around Melissa McAllister and her husband, Mick, and then James Wedmore all weekend. And then also the top producer in our organization. We just got to pick the brains of so many people this weekend, and we learned a lot. Sorry. I'm going on.
I haven't said anything yet. So basically, for those of you that may not know, once a year, Jimmy holds this leadership trip for our actual team. And the great thing is that you don't have to be signed up directly with him to qualify for this trip. So it's anyone in his downline organization, which includes every single person that is on this call and any person that ever joins our team. The great thing about Jimmy and Kelly is that they're willing to work with the people that put in the hard work with this. And like Jack said, ends up spoiling them with pretty much an all expense paid trip to somewhere awesome, putting you then connecting with people that know how to grow this business and be really successful. So I know a lot of the people on my team, they've had it kind of on their goal or vision boards to be able to go to this event. It's usually in the fall every single year. And I'd really encourage you, if you're trying to build this business for an income, it really is a possibility for every single person here to be able to go on it too. Everyone's frozen.
I know. Hold on. I hate this internet. Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
Our internet at this Airbnb is like horrendous.
So anyway, so what we were saying is it's literally possible for anyone on this call to be able to go to it. So I think when we start to take a look at goals for next year and look at it by quarter, if you're looking to build this business, it should definitely be a goal of yours to get to attend this type of leadership retreat. But I think just going into some of the common themes that we talked about with the team there, in terms of James Wedmore, so if you haven't heard of him, I would really suggest you Googling him. So like Jack said, he focuses on video. And he teaches entrepreneurs, so coaches like us, but also other people, how to grow their business with video. And I signed up for his emails and started going through his little email series. And it was funny because I felt like I already knew him when I met him on the trip. And I think that relates so much to our business because we talk to so many people on social media and don't necessarily meet them or know them face to face. But when you add a video component to it, they can get to know you through that. So he has great resources and tips and tricks about how, like, what your content should be like, literally like how to tag a video on YouTube and things like that. So overall, he was just giving us some great ideas and pointers about like how to structure a call to action and how to start a video and things like that.
Yeah, so I would encourage you guys to think of some topics that you could create videos for this week. And I challenge you to put out at least one video, whether it has to do with motivation to work out or maybe getting started tips on clean eating. It doesn't have to do with Shakeology or our workout programs per se. It's really just a means of giving people value and content so that they start to trust you. And I know so many of you are so great on video. I mean, Jen Thompson, you're like one of the best people on video. And I know Lauren said a whole bunch of you guys on her coach sneak peek, she was just blown away by how great you guys were on video. I mean, it puts us to shame, really. I mean, like, we try so hard that like it probably just comes off crazy. But so I really challenge you guys to think of 5 topics that that you could make a video on that could help someone. And it doesn't have to be a long video. It could just be a video of a few tips and just go out there trying to help people and provide value. And Jen, yeah, I get nervous too and I screw up, but guess what? People will relate to you so much more than anything perfect or any perfection. You just got to be real and relatable. So yeah, James Wedmore provided a lot of value on that. So I challenge you guys to make some videos. Topics that maybe you struggled with that because of Beachbody you no longer struggle with as much, or what you've learned about.
Yep. And then in terms of Melissa McAllister, so we had learned a little bit about her onboarding process from the Beachbody Leadership Conference that was a few weeks ago that I went to with Jimmy. And then she was really talking about Instagram and Instagram shout outs, a lot of really cool info there.
Sorry. Didn't mean for the own. It's still recording. Didn't mean for the own host to get rid of this. Sorry, guys. No, it's our internet. We keep freezing.
Sorry. So anyway, she was talking about some great new things with Instagram and how you can partner with other accounts and kind of do like paid shout outs. To be honest, I don't know that everyone that's on this call is really to that level or ready to make the investment. So Jack and I are following up with our leaders on with the information if we think it's going to be a good fit.
Yeah, but basically, a common theme she talked about was just making sure your coaches and customers start out as challengers, and really not, even if they sign up as a coach, not really having them do any coaching until they experience the challenge group first, meaning I assume most of us, even if we sign up as coaches, we're doing challenge groups or part of challenge groups, but not even having people do trainings or coach basics until they've experienced a full challenge group. So that's something I'm going to be implementing, making sure I'm signing people up and getting them the Beachbody workout and Shakeology experience, and making sure they are committed to a program before they ever commit to coaching. Because to be honest, I've had a lot of coaches sign up for the business right off the bat, and they were flaky about even doing the challenge group, and that transferred into being flaky as new coaches. So I want to be more selective about who does coach basics, who's going to work the business, that they're serious, and that it's not just a waste of time for everyone involved.
Yep, and I think it goes back to the theme that we talked about just post-leadership as well, that it's falling in love with what's in that box that we are recommending to others. So it's seeing the results, it's starting from the beginning, it's using the products itself and becoming a challenger again, and then finding those results and being able to recommend them to your friends and family in a natural way, not a salesy way.
Yep.
So I think those are the main common themes that we had from this past weekend. Otherwise, just in terms of like housekeeping type things. So obviously Core de Force launched last week and is the challenge pack that's on sale this month. Also the 21-day fix and fix extreme, Beachbody on demand. I know a bunch of people are doing kind of team spirit and doing Core de Force. I love seeing the videos and just sharing what you're doing with the program and recommitting to a program and going through it. So I know that that's my plan. I'm finishing up Max 30 this week and then going to start Core de Force and just trying to find new and interesting ways to document what I'm doing daily. So if you haven't committed to something for November yet, a program, I'd really encourage you to do the same thing. I think that when you kind of recommit publicly on social media that you're doing something and use that as the excuse as to why you're sharing, it's a lot easier to have people start to ask you questions or cheer you on and things like that.
Yeah. So does anyone have any questions thus far? I'm really sorry about our internet. I got to contact our Airbnb person. That Airbnb life, people. Airbnb life. Okay. Well, if you guys don't have any questions, like I said, maybe in our team page, I would encourage you to list 5 topics that you can make videos on this week, and also what your program for this month is and throughout the end of the year. I want to keep this short. I know some of you might be tired from staying up late last night, and I'm still getting life together. And we're both on day 2 of the 30-day refresh, so it's like crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, does anyone have questions? You can raise your hand. No? All right. Well, thank you for joining live. We always appreciate that. And we want to be efficient so that you guys can get back to work and spend time with your family and whatnot. But thank you for joining live. And if you have any questions, let us know.
Bye.